Hey y'all, it's Dixie Grace. Welcome to tonight's video. I have been so productive today. I filmed my Christmas haul, edited it, got it put up, and now I'm filming this. I've spent all day editing the Christmas haul video and then journaling in this journal, which I got in my Christmas, which I'd mentioned that I had got in my Christmas haul. I have thought about how I wanted to film my New Year's video quite a lot because 2026 is such a big year, and I realized I have a lot to talk about that it's not all going to fit in like a short enough like attention span video if you have a short attention span like I do. So I wanted to go over like my goals and aspirations and dreams and habits and things I'm bringing into the new year. So this will be like a part 1 video to whatever I do actually on New Year's. But 2026 is coming up. It is December. I don't know, it's that weird time between Christmas and New Year's, or I don't even know what day it is. But it's December, the end of December 2025, and 2026 is coming up fast, and 2026 is going to be a really big year for me. I turn 18, I graduate high school, I start college, so I have all of these milestone moments coming up, and I'm so excited. So what I did to get straight into my journal was I came up with my top 10 goals for the 2026 year. I also came up with 18 habits to bring into my 18th year, and I also am going to answer the questions that my 2024 December self asked me. So I'm so excited to get into all of that. I also created a vision board, which I'll talk about more, which I'm very excited about because I was going to create a physical vision board, but I thought it would just be better because I haven't created like a physical vision board yet, and I don't really have anywhere to put one. So I wanted to create a digital one, that way I can refer back to it constantly. And we can kind of see and compare where pictures go. But moving on to my top 10 goals, I feel like a lot of these goals kind of apply to more of the beginning of the year rather than the end of the year. But just to read them off, 1 is to go to the gym 1 to 2 times a week, and I know it's on everyone's list, but we're gonna try to stick to it actually. 2 is to vlog more. I have a really bad habit of there's just so much going on and it's just so hectic, and I don't pick up the camera whenever I think like there's just so much going on that I don't, but it would honestly I probably should. And I feel like 2026 there's a lot of big milestone moments happening, so the camera is going to be up because I want these things like memorized, because even though I am a like live in the moment person, I'm also a very much I need to record these memories because I want to remember them. Number 3 is to customize my character. Turning 18 means I can sign off on tattoos, and I can sign off on piercings, and I can dye my hair. I don't really know what color I want to dye my hair, but I kind of want to just dye it. I want it to change. And then piercings, I want, like full ear. I think that would be so cute. And then I also want tattoos, so I want to customize my character. And I love the way people say that, like, oh, I'm customizing my character. Like, that is so cute. That is the cutest way to describe that you're changing something about yourself. Period. I love that. And then 4 is to take a day trip alone. This kind of goes with the do it alone, do it scared. Because I want to travel the world and I want to do all these things and like do the Disney College program, I want to take a day trip alone, and I just want to kind of make sure I can sit with myself and I can go out and I can do these things and I can navigate and I can be alone. I am fully confident that I can, but I think it's just going to be important to kind of experience that, because saying it is one thing, but then kind of realizing it is another. And then goal 5 is to clip my college classes before August. I am currently taking the modernstates.org thing for CLEP classes. That way I can completely get rid of my math, because like I said, I'm not a numbers person, so I just want that class gone. And then 6 is to get a job, going along with financial literacy. If I'm going to be literate in finances, then I need to at least have finances. So to get another job, I got my first job this year over the summer, but they cut back hours and it just wasn't beneficial in no way to keep one shift every 2 weeks. So I applied for more jobs today though, so yay. And then number 7 is to go to the theater more. 2026 is absolutely jam-packed with movies. I've had Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey movie poster up since July of last year. I cannot wait for this movie, and I'm just so excited. And my theater has a like $5 movie ticket Monday for military card holders, and I have a military ID, so I definitely want to actually like make use of that. And then number 8 is kind of a given, but is to graduate high school and begin college. And then number 9 is going along with the plan, like plan is to start actually planning for the Disney College program. This is something I've wanted to do since I was like 10 years old, so I think it's really important for me to actually start getting the ball rolling for that. And then number 10 goes along with the going out with people, is I want to go out more often with friends, and I want to join like a social club or group or something. And that is all for my top 10 goals. I feel like they're pretty solid goals. I don't feel like they're incredibly like challenging where they're not achievable. I feel like they're just the right amount of, yeah, I can see myself achieving a lot of these, so it's going to give me the, I guess, drive to complete all of them. But getting into my reflection from 2024 me to 2025 me, I asked myself a set of questions in my New Year's video last year, and I want to answer them and then re-ask some of them to my 2026 self. And also, can I just say, my cousin Dylan, he was so little this time last year, and then he's grown so much. So seeing how much a person can change within the year is just literally so insane to me. But my reflection questions were, the first one was, what was the year like and was it better than the previous? So 2025 was a good year. It was better than 2024, honestly. I've faced a lot of milestones that I feel like are leading up and setting me up decently for 2026. I've, got accepted into college. I started senior year. And then just all these things that are, setting me up for, the year that 2026 is going to be. Not saying that 2025 didn't have its challenges, because it definitely did, but all years have their challenges, so it is what it is. But in comparison to 2024, it was definitely way easier. The second question was, how has my YouTube channel grown? So December 2024, I had 493 subscribers, so there's 493 of you guys who still follow me, and I really appreciate that, because at this time I've reached 782 subscribers, so that is almost double the amount, a little under double, and I am so happy to see how this channel has grown. I know I reached 800, but because I kind of took that like break and didn't post anything, some of you guys probably unsubscribed, which I totally get. And then 2, with me not posting as many shorts, I feel like a lot of people don't follow long form content creators as much as they post as much as they do like short form content creators. And then let's see, I asked how life is, and like specifically senior year. So it has been crazy, but nothing too crazy. Senior year is definitely a craft year, so if you're a crafty person, this is the year for you. If you're not, definitely start looking at those crafts and making them early. But I am president of FBLA, I am vice president of Key Club, and then I did JV and varsity bowling last semester, or like this first semester, and then I'm in 2 AP classes, AP Lit and AP Computer Science. Then I'm in 2 business classes, event planning and management and for event planning, and then hospitality management, which I definitely love. I love my business classes so much. I really enjoyed them junior year as well. So senior year has definitely been a lot of fun, and I'm actually really ready to graduate high school. And then I asked how did tennis go and how my AP scores are. Tennis was okay. I enjoyed going out there to see like my friends and stuff, and I actually made a lot of friends, but I feel like the way the sport was set up via my coach and some of the other coaches, it was really, really competitive, like among your team. And I know tennis is like a single person sport, but I also feel like building a team environment when you're playing for the same school is really important, and it just kind of wasn't like that friendly, and it was kind of not fair the way they pitted us against each other, because it just felt like a way to keep clawing to the top, and it just definitely hurt other people along the way. And but I won a couple of games, and I definitely think I'll play more recreationally, especially with my goal to get outside more often and then to go to the gym and like move my body and stuff. So I would say it was okay. And then my AP scores came back very good. They came back as expected, honestly. For my AP US History, I got a 3. For my AP Research, I got a 3. I loved AP Research, so if you have the chance to take it, definitely take it. It was amazing. If I could take the class again, I would, just for fun. AP Lit, I actually got a 4, so that's my highest qualifying AP exam score. And then AP Bio, I got a 2, which isn't qualifying, but I still get 2 college credits, but I definitely saw that coming because my teacher only taught half the content, and the week before the AP test, she told us that she had only taught half the content. And then I also retook the ACT in the summer, so I rose my composite to a 24 total, which I'm very proud of. And then I asked what my favorite 2025 memories are, and we got snow in January, so that was a lot of fun. Prom, I went to my first prom, and that was just a really good experience. And then I went and saw the Blue Oyster Cult with my step-grandmother, and that was amazing. And then I had my first job, which was just so much fun, and I actually really do miss it, and I kind of wish I would have stayed, but like I said, the hours weren't feasible. And then senior year has been just amazing. I went to Six Flags for the first time, Six Flags Over Georgia, and that was a lot of fun. And then like all the Christmas festivities, like all the holiday things that I've done here recently have been a lot of fun. And then an honorable mention, because I love fall and I love Halloween. This has probably honestly been my last like socially acceptable year to go trick-or-treating, unless I have like a toddler or like a little baby to like go with me, like family wise. So looks like it's gonna be horror movie streams for me for next couple of Halloweens. And then I also asked advice for the past you and future you. So if I could talk to 2024 me, I would say don't be so hard on yourself, and understand some things are just really out of your control. 2024 was just honestly such a hectic year, and like understanding that things are just out of your control and there's nothing you can do about it would have been really important for me. And then not to be so hard on myself. I was looking back for photos recently from 2024, and I realized that like I didn't really take that many, just because it was one of those things of like I didn't feel like I looked good, or I was just insecure, and I really wish I would have taken more photos, even though I did, because while yes, I would have like in the moment been like, oh, that photo's ugly, I feel like now I'd still look at it and be like, oh well, like look at that, instead of like, oh, you look disgusting. So I feel like that's what I would tell her. And then if I could talk to future me, 2026 me, I feel like I'm going to tell her to cherish little things that are leading you to where you're going, and remember not to compare yourself to other people's progress. I love the little things, but sometimes I get swept up in a lot of like the bigger, crazier things, and I feel like it's definitely important to cherish those like little moments that you have that are like the stepping stones to where I'm going or where I'm going to end up. And then also to remember to not compare myself to other people's progress right now, because right now it's even a problem, is, you know, everyone's getting accepted into their colleges and they're planning to move away, and there's just so many different life paths that we're all diverging on, like me and, you know, my friends. And I feel like it's definitely important for me to not look at what they're doing and be like, wow, like I could have done that, and like not be unhappy with where I'm headed. So I definitely need to like stay focused on my own path, and, you know, remember that like I can look and be like, wow, that's so amazing, but I also need to understand that like I'm going on the road that I chose for myself, that I am happy that I chose for myself. And then my new reflection questions are: what was the year like, and how does it compare to the last? How has YouTube and Instagram grown, and have you merged platforms yet? I do have an Instagram, I just don't like share it, so I definitely want to know, like, did I merge the platforms between YouTube and Instagram just yet? Because I know I will for the Disney College program. And then I graduated and turned 18 and started college, so how was all of that going? And then, did you meet your goals and actively include the habits that you planned? And then, did you actually hit the gym, and how has it changed you? And then, how is DCP planning coming along? That is just one of my biggest things that I've wanted for so long, so I really gotta know, like, am I getting there? And then, what were your favorite 2026 memories? And then, advice for the past you and advice for the future you. And that is all that I have journal wise. So up next is my vision board, and I'm very excited to talk about that. Okay, so this is my 2026 vision board. I have a 1 second every day clip on there because I want to film 1 second every day. I have a book club photo because I want to join a book club. Disney because I'm wanting to plan for the DCP. Piercings because I want more piercings. I also have a tattoo gun on there because I want a tattoo. A vlog camera because I want to vlog more. I can and I will because I want to commit to things. Hiking because I want to get outside more. Teeth because I'm getting my braces off in February. Water and exercising because I want to prioritize that. Travel plans, a gym bag for, you know, gym reasons. A pottery wheel because I want to start new hobbies. I'm turning 18, so an 18th birthday party. Books because I want to read more. Super long hair because I want to grow out my hair. A graduation picture because I'm graduating. And then I also have I got the job text because I'm manifesting a job. And that is all vision board wise. Obviously, I have a lot more planned, but that's just kind of what I wanted to visualize into the new year. But that is all for today's video. Let me know what your habits and goals are for the new year is. And thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in part 2.